Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We're playing Matt in a three-point match on backgammonhub.com, and we will try to play well and explain my thinking as we go along. My thinking here is I think the computer does this for money, anyways. But I believe a bunch of stuff is close here. So you can do whatever, I think. But I don't know. Actually, hitting is kind of good because he's got such a great builder on the 9 point. So there's sort of a big premium on taking away half a roll there. So he doesn't get to like build the 9 or use that builder to build a good point. So maybe it's actually not that close. Oh, what is this? I don't like any option here. I could hit, but that's like a kind of a quadruple shot because 3s, 5s, 2s, and 4s hit. So maybe it's better to do this, and there's some 2 duplication. I mean, it's something. I mean, it's not much because I'm getting hit somewhere usually, but it's something. Okay, so he did miss. And then I build my 5. Good. And then I guess I rebuild my 8 and play 10. This looks pretty solid. Obviously, there's other stuff you can do with the last 2, but last 3. I don't know, this looks pretty nice. This looks pretty nice. I should be pretty aggressive at this 3-away score. Even after a bad number there, I probably didn't have enough. Dance here, you can consider cubing. Yeah, with a mentor, even if he danced, I mean, he still has compensation, so this is not a cube. Okay, so that's the 2, rebuilding a nice asset. Not sure between 21 to 18 and 13 to 10. He's got the blot in his board, so maybe it's an okay time to get this guy going. I don't like that it's a double shot out there and a bunch of hidden covers, but 13 to 10 doesn't do that much either. Okay, I'm still down in the race, huge. Oh, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, yeah, we can. At least if this goes quick, yeah, we should play one after this. So be prepared. It's only a 3-point match, so it should go pretty quick. I may want to take a quick look at the computer analysis first, though, especially if I play badly. Okay, so I might be hitting him next turn. So let's do this. Not have any blots in my board, even though it does give up the 8 points. I hope my prediction about hitting him comes true. 3s, 1s, and that's an 11 there. But I am up in the race. So what's wrong with this? Up 7? Nothing. Yeah, so in races, I think the score effect is pretty big here. I think. So when it comes to like doubling, so like you should be aggressive with the double and you should be conservative when taking. Like this, well, this is a pass for money, so it's a pass at the score. Right, 14 pips, yeah. Alrighty. I really haven't had any decisions so far, so maybe this will just be an easy one PR game or something. All right, so given this score, I need to play a little gammon go-ish. And I did not have I did not have a cube there. I have a cube here though at 3-away, 2-away. And then I'm somewhat indifferent about whether he takes or not, but I probably would end up taking. All right, let's press, which might be a little wrong, but got the stronger board. Okay, let's do this and then maybe hit next turn. I'm not sure between 9 and 2 there. Oh, hey Steve, good to see you. I guess. It's always funny. The computer seems to not like making the 7 a lot when the ace point's made, but so it's conceivable it's conceivable. This is maybe this is actually better. It's more flexible. Sort of more building power, anyways. Oh, got punished for possibly the wrong play. Ugh. Well, at least I'm not getting recubed. Oh, I got him. Gammon him anyways. I'd definitely play 9 to. Well, I would probably play 9 to 4 there, but yeah, this has its merits also. Oh, I can make the 4, and then I get out of harm's way, I guess. Yeah, you probably would have been happy to hit and cover there. Maybe not. But I do want to hit him here. Oh, this is perfect. All right, so let's try to gammon him. Although I think the gammon price is a little lower than money here. In other words, I should play a little. I shouldn't play super duper aggressive for the gammon. If I remember right. So it's calculable if you have a match equity table, but I'm not gonna. It takes me a while. I'm not used to it, so it would take me a while to actually get the exact number. It would probably be a little bit of an estimate also. With the blot on, with the spare on the 3-point, I think this is at least okay. And actually, weirdly, I think this wins more gammas than clearing the 4, because it keeps a 5-point board longer. All right, I'm not going to press too much here. Going to keep a 5-point board here as opposed to ripping 2. I guess it's conceivable ripping 2 is correct. All right, doesn't look like it's going to happen. Unless, no. Unless, this isn't a good roll. I thought it gets me, because it makes me odd. Okay, I did get him. Okay, that was a pretty easy match. Let's just see. Okay, yeah, it was to play a 1. All right, do you want to play like a 5-point match? So why don't you, I forget what your username is. You can invite me. I know you told me what your handle was, but I can't remember. Right? Yeah, I don't see. Oh, you know what? It doesn't. When you expand the available players, you actually don't see the username. You see like the actual name. So is that you? I don't know. Who just tried inviting me? Andre, 5-point match. I hope this is you. Oh, maybe I can click. Andrew. Andrew, yes, good. All right, yeah, good. Yep, I see your username now. All right, good match. Be sure to mute the chat, or mute my commentary. I'll try to comment on your moves also. Yeah, good match. Good luck. Yes, good. I figured it out. Okay, yeah, nothing special here. If I was split to the 5-point actually, and you rolled 1-1, it actually would be better to play 24 to 22. So I gotta come and split here because you have like sort of this prime forming. So you want to kind of split and probably do this to really counteract the nice prime after like 1-1 is after 1-1 is rolled. looks reasonable. You don't think you want to play 8 to 2 here, right? That goes a little too deep. Yeah, I don't leave a double shot out there either. So this looks correct. Well, I think I think 3-point just doesn't do enough here. Like it's too shoddy and bloody. This does this is nice and safe and does something good. Makes the nice point and escapes. So probably making the 3-point was a real error there. Okay, so this is a 5-point match. Yeah, this looks fine. This I don't know. Hate to leave a shot here though. I actually could leave a shot here because ones are duplicated. I don't know. Let's keep the 8-point though. Not like this, like this. Oh, hey Brad, good to see ya. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. It's sort of a weird array of points, but yeah, it still looks pretty. It still looks clean enough to me. I mean, one thing in favor of making the 3 is, I guess you get a cube in on the dances, and so you want to increase the dances there, but just positionally it didn't. Positionally and tactically it didn't look great because of all the. You're giving up your 8 and there's all these shots in the outfield against a 2-point board. You know, it's not like he has a 1-point board. So we can take a look at what the computer says about that, but I guess I'm fairly confident I did it correctly. Okay, so he's got 2s, 3s, 4s, and 2s. There's a lot of duplication here, so probably that's what I want to do. If I don't do that, I mean, I'm kind of game's sort of up for grabs here. So am I winning if I do this? I feel like I'm winning if I do this. I could cube a dance, for instance. I think. Yeah, I'm up like 44 pips. He's you know, I'm kind of attacking. I got a lot to clean up though, so taking would be pretty reasonable here. Let's see if my opponent wants to play this one, Andrew. You got an anchor, you know. Yeah, I know that's a tough one for me. I might offhand I'd be tempted, but I'd have to take a better look at it. Oh, it's a pleasant choice. I guess I'm a little overstacked here, so let's actually try this. If he was a little bit more threatening, I'd go the other way. Like yeah. Yeah, so it says, 7 squared is 2 of them, and then you think about making the ace or the 18. Yeah, this looks suspicious. No, this isn't right. It's better just to make the ace point here. They leave no shots. But this is probably, I mean, this might be better than making the 1 point. And then he can cube or not. Yeah, it might be a little thin to cube this, given my nice board. He's got this extra builder on the 6 though, so it's not crazy. I am certainly taking. I'm not taking a dance here though. I don't know whether I should take that. I guess I am taking this. Oh, the 3's so gross though. I don't want to leave 3s in the outfield. I would cube this. Because I don't know, hit dance, he's like too good, right? So you got to play optimistically in this game, and it's pretty threatening as is. So I mean, you could argue it's a pass given the raise. But I am going to take it. Yeah, we'll see what that. I think it's double take. But yeah, we'll see what the computer says about that. Here, I probably wouldn't hit both. Maybe that's trying to do too much. Yeah, I would probably end up doing this also. Although my fours are still quite good. So okay, so yeah, like I don't like this. The two, if you hit with the ace, the two is quite productive, 13 to 11. In fact, I would hit twice before playing 5 to 3. So this it is possible. So it works. We just flood the zone here with builders. Seems like big premium on covering next turn. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is sort of an idea also. He's got a fair amount of work to do to bring this home, though. In other words, he has to get these guys home. So maybe it's somewhat close, but I probably would have gone for the closeout there. If you're closer to home, then you do a play like Andrew did. Like I anchor here, I'm causing him tons of problems because he has these two guys to bring around. Yeah, no 5-3 duplication, but there is better builders if he plays 7 to 6. Yeah, I think that is the 5. Okay, goes with a safe and solid play, reasonable. 5-5 will hit. Not if he does this. I caught him. Okay, so the take point on the recube is 26, I believe. So I don't have anything on the dances. No, I don't want to get gammons. Okay, so what was that? So that's an 11, and that's a 10, except 6-4 doesn't hit. So it's only one shot to do this. Although his 11s are kind of winning too, so I don't know. I don't want to give him too many shots. 3 to 2 is possible, but I want to be in a position to hit him next turn. All right, now what? Yeah, it keeps the board. Good miss. 5-4, 4-4, 5-5. 5-2 hits. But he does get return action, kind of deadly at return action. Like so. 5. Okay, good. Not leaving me the 5-5. Nice. I assume it's this and not 3 to 2. You can count up the blot numbers there, though. Yeah, what numbers blot on the next turn? All right, I'm going to indulge in trying to make my 4-point, I think. Waste a couple pips, but I should be able to save the gammon regardless. Maybe not. All right, one more pip and that's it. Yeah, I should rip 2 there. See my previous video for why you rip 2 there. Getting gammoned. Right. Yeah, money is kind of scores. Yeah, so I think there was a little bit more incentive to pass at the score because double gammons are more valuable for him at this score. All right, this should be right? Yeah, 4-4 is the best I can do. Do it! Bah! Oh, I see. Either roll handles a 6-3 next. I see what you're saying. Oh, hey, SJS, good to see you. You are seeing me lose to, okay, so yeah, for money, you're always hitting with the 2 here. For money, I believe it's close between splitting and bringing a checker down. But because gammons only go one way here, I can win a gammon and he can't. It's better to bring the builder into the zone and leave extra shots. And so some argument for hitting here, but let's just lock up the best points. And he misses. Yeah, I'm playing Andrew, who's a subscriber to the channel, and I am hoping to gammon him this game. $13 to $11, I guess. Good. Yeah, I guess I want to get this guy ready to spring. Everything else is sort of destructive, you know. You can I guess step up with a 2 and play 6-3 also. That's probably something of a close call. All right, looks pretty clean. Yeah, I don't play a lot of the USBGF stuff. I thought there was. I'm thinking. I thought there was supposed to be I thought I was playing in like some tournament of champions or something. USBGF tournament of champions, because I thought like last season I won my club championship, and so I thought I was like entered into a USBGF tournament of club champions over the course of the year, which I played in before a couple times, but somehow I didn't see anything about it this year, or like maybe I agreed early in the year and yeah, I don't know. So I'm wondering what happened with that, or maybe I'm thinking of a previous year. Okay, so probably it's just this. I was thinking a little bit about this, but maybe it's sort of unnecessary. 2 down or something. I don't know. All right, let's just do sort of the normal looking thing. Well, I could be hitting him this turn. Wait, so Brad, was I champion the last? I mean, I know I didn't win. I know I didn't win September, but the previous September, I thought I was. I thought I won. Yeah, I did. I won 2024. Okay, so anyways, I don't fancy leaving him a double shot out there. I guess he often has to make a concession next roll, so maybe I should do something like this. Oh, you're getting a local BG club up and running. Nice. Yeah, that's a good that's a great thing. Yeah, it can be tough. I mean, as you know, backgammon isn't like super popular like chess is or something. But no, that's like a great service to the backgammon community to get something going in your area if there's not something already. Yeah, you might actually want Albert Stegg did that in his area. You can find you can find his email online at anybackgammon.org. He might be happy to talk to you about it. Getting a club up and running. Yeah, I'm sure he has a lot to say, and he's pretty generous with his with his time. So you may want to email him or something. Yeah, so it's nebackgammon.org, so newenglandbackgammon.org. Sure, you can find Albert's email address up there. All right, so I guess I'm leaving a shot now. All right, there is a safe play. Okay, but let's see. Okay, so this isn't too bad. I mean, his board's such in disarray that this is probably correct. And you got to worry about being gammoned here. Not that the gammon price actually isn't that high, but yeah, he can lose a gammon and I can't. All right, his board is now more together. Yeah, Albert's done a good job. He has like I think it's called like Cape Ann Backgammon something. Probably Cape Ann Backgammon Club, but it's mostly like casual players. But I think they play every week, I think, and gets a fair number of competitors, like enthusiastic competitors. Partly, I think he used Meetup.com partly. Well, safest, I guess, is this. Not really losing any races. Oh no, I got to think about the gammon though. Maybe this wins more gammons? It's a little hard to see winning a gammon here though. Huh. Yeah, I might be getting this one wrong. There's this weird hybrid play. I don't know, maybe we'll try the hybrid. Because even after I make the 4-point, oh, I guess you stay back there. Yeah, that was a weird play with the 4-3, it looked like. I think he just kind of took his eye off the ball. Didn't think about what he was trying to do there. Like he's not getting gammon anymore, I think. Maybe he gets gammon a tiny bit more if he stays back. But I got 6 blot numbers, though. And he hits and he can win. Because he still has a 4-point board. Yeah, I agree with you. Gammons are quite low. I mean, you can wait here, but I'm just going to do the normal thing. And then now gammons are super valuable. It's essentially the same score as 2 away, 1 away Crawford. I call it like pure gammon go. Gammon price is 1.0. So if you have a play that loses 10% more, it's still than some other play. It's still better. It's still better if it wins over 10% more gammons than the other play. I mean, I guess I could just do this and hope to hit him later. He is ready to build though, so the hit's a little ugly though. Huh. Okay, let's do this, but I'm not sure about it. Sort of does something good at no risk. Okay, this seems like a plan. 1-3, hit 5 to 4, 4 to 1. Should win the most gammons. Ah, shoot. That didn't work. That didn't work. I don't even know how to play this now. Boy, he's really happy to like go after me there. And he's still making the point though. I like the 3 duplication. That could have been worse. That 2-2. Ouch. Made me regret my play too. I mean, I could have just played 13-9. I feel like the computer. I feel like the computer hits twice there. So probably hit twice here is safest. Just it might be the safest hit or close to the safest hit, and there's this huge upside. So I would probably end up hitting twice here. The other play is actually the other play is good. Leaving it slotted. I mean, you get away with that. You get to build this awesome prime. Feel like it's this. 5s. Okay, let's go with my gut. Bah. Bah. Six, 1, 8-4 wasn't right. Your gammons may not be the most valuable. Yeah. Still a par with money. Okay, yeah. So that yeah, you're thinking. So actually, this is at this score. You're thinking of the previous score. Yeah, no, this score is gammons are super valuable. But yeah, 1-4 Crawford. Yeah, that's when gammons are like money. Money are a little bit more valuable than money. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong game. Okay, doesn't leave me anything. And then, oh, what he's doing here. I wonder if there's some like 4-3 shift that makes sense. He does it, yeah. Maybe pushing the gap up a little higher might be safer long term. Doesn't really have any blot numbers. Oh, 6-6-4 maybe. Hate to get pointed on though. Huh. Or have to crunch next turn. So maybe this is the balance. Maybe this is the balance thing. Okay, yeah, I know you're a working man. You're a working man now. Yep. Well, that's 1 because it's forced. Okay, I guess. Well, one benefit of this is if it keeps a 7 point like this, I don't have to play my 6s. Yeah, case in point. In fact, I can kill my 5s now too. I guess that's worth it. Yeah, this looks cleanest. Yeah, so I sort of slowed down my crunching a bit by killing my 5s and 6s there. Yeah, I don't know what's right here. I mean, my 5s still, because my 5s are killed, they still mostly play okay, so I don't know if blocking my 5s is worth all that much. So this is probably safest to clear that top point. So actually I think his play is correct. Oh, keep a 4-point board. Win this easy. It's gonna be a little tough. No blot numbers. Shoot. A little glimmer of hope. Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, good match. Let's see how we played. They would have kept it because it would have still kept a builder in play for the 2-point. I see. Yeah, we can take a look. Yeah, well played match. He played decently. We can take a look at the XG analysis though and go over it a little more slowly. Yeah, I was hoping to at least get a shot there. Could have got a day after he had 3 checkers on the deuce. After he had 3 checkers on the deuce, you can get a double shot there if he rolls like an ace. That's not 1-1, like 6-1 leaves 2 blots, and then I mean maybe it's a little tough to with my crunch board though. It's still like still pretty tough, you know. Still pretty tough to hit the second guy, and even when you do, it's tough to win. So I don't know. Okay, so let's swap the board, and then we can take a look at both of our errors. So what happened? Okay, so only one blunder the whole match. Not all the cube action was correct. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was a yeah. Well played match. I mostly agreed with what you did. You can go back and watch my commentary throughout the match. But yeah, I mostly agreed with what you did. 6-2, 1-1. Yeah, you got to come and split here. Yeah, so coming in low and playing 13-9, which looks somewhat productive, is actually a blunder because he has this nice prime forming, and I don't have a nice prime forming yet. So I gotta make some sort of split play. Yeah, quite happy with the 2. The first match I played on stream today. That was like an easy match. This was not an easy match to play, I think. Oh, it does like 8-2 here. Yeah, Andrew, I would have played it like you did actually. 8-2 just seems like it's trying to do too much. Attacking. This is what the computer wants to do. I mean, it's thematic in the sense that you have the stronger board, and you get to split at the same time as I'm up on the roof. So those are 2 pretty decent arguments for hitting, but I still wouldn't have done it. I mean, your play just looks nicely positional to me. I wonder if some of our issue here is the fact that you have your 7-point and not your 8-point. Let's look at one variant. Well, 6-1, you make the 7 here. But let's pretend you don't make the 7 here. Would you? Maybe it's wrong to hit here. Whatever it's wrong to hit here, because the guy on the 2-point is like stuck here, whereas in your position, the guy on the 2-point isn't stuck because the 8-point's open. So let's pretend making the 7 isn't a play here. So let's get rid of this. And then okay, so 13-6. Oh, slots the 7. No, this isn't a great analogy because there's all sorts of plays. Yeah, it still doesn't mind hitting here, I guess. Yeah, I guess there's just enough arguments for it. I don't know though. I mean, I wouldn't have. I thought it would be an error to hit 8-2. Yeah, I mean, I see the arguments for it, but they don't look strong enough to me. I am a little flexible for making points, so that's another decent argument for hitting. Okay, yeah, so making the 3-point and the 1-point is quite wrong here. This would be quite the blunder, leaving lots of shots against the stronger board when there's a nice, productive, safe alternative. Okay, so I made the 5. It looks pretty clear. 4-1. Okay, the 2 top plays are close, which makes sense. Don't leave a direct shot. All right, yeah, a bunch of close-ish stuff here. So you say that's capitalizing on some thin aggression to hit on the deuce. Sort of makes sense after the fact, but unintuitive. Yeah, I saw the play, and Andrew saw the play too. Like he actually put it up on the board. It's a good sort of board site to consider it. But yeah, I just want to dismiss. It just looks too anti-positional to me. Like tactically, I guess it makes sense. Okay, so here the computer doesn't mind leaving a shot because it just plays pretty ugly if you don't. Sort of separates the forces a little bit, but I do have my 11 point. So this guy has a little bit of a bridge to get home. So what do? I do this. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Or you could also leave a shot 11 to 6, 8 to 4, which I might have considered this, but I didn't like giving up the asset in the outfield and leaving a shot at the same time. 11 points not super valuable here though, because I got my 5 point made. So yeah, the computer just wants to do something cleaner rather than my really ugly play. Blot on the 11, yeah. Like my blot on the 11. Yeah, I think that does swing the play. Like that's on the 8 point, say. That should swing the play, right? Because there's two vigs to it. So you're saying like this position, like there's two arguments that no longer exist, right? You want to hit because I got this exposed blot in the outfield, and you want to hit because because you want to take away half my roll, so I can't build as effectively. So yeah, that should swing the play. And I guess if you split, I guess I'm wrong, but I was gonna say, I guess if you split, I have fewer like attackers there. If he splits with the 6, but just somehow it's even more right to hit here. So I don't know. I guess I don't know how to play this game. This looks weird to me. Like, why is it more right to hit here? I don't know, man. This game is hard. It's more right to hit here versus here, really? I don't know. Maybe it's similar, but yeah, I don't get why that doesn't swing the play. I mean, I'm sure the bot's correct, but it looks very unnatural to me. All right, so 2-2. Good. Okay, I do hit here. It's a little scary because I got the 2 blots on my board, but you can argue you're a favorite after hitting. Seems like computer's saying I'm a pretty clear underdog after a safe play, which I can buy. So the only thing is brute force and development, huh? Yeah, okay, double pass. Yeah, I might have been tempted to take this just because it's a little hard for me to put together, but up in the race huge, and I can certainly win a gammon here, so good pass. Oh yeah, this is a good play to know. This comes up a lot. Yeah, if someone splits with a 4 in the opening, either with a 5-4 or a 4-3, and they split with the 4. It is right to hit with a 5-3 as opposed to making the 3 point. Because the 3 points, it's a good point, but it's not that good a point. So the computer does like hitting, fighting for the really good point. Well, I only have a 1 point board. It's not a huge deal, but yeah, it comes up, so it's a good play to know. All right, I wasn't totally confident about this, but I got this extra spare on the 8 point, which I want to use, and it's not too dangerous to remain split. So yeah, the offensive 5 is a little better than is somewhat better than the defensive 5 here. And then yeah, your 6-6 looked okay. If you're going to hit, you should play 13-1 squared, I thought. But apparently the best hit is this for some reason. I guess it's really focused on making the 18 point. Yeah, like I said, not a big deal. It is probably a bigger deal if I split with a 4-3 to the 20 point. Again, because I have that blot in the outfield. I see players mess that up though. Yeah, okay, so be a blunder to cube this. I got nice structure, and the race isn't totally great for you given that you rolled 6-6. And then yeah, you get a good cube in here. Yeah, huge double, huge take. Yeah, I can buy it. Because it's very volatile. Like, okay, so you're clearly win a lot of gammons, and hit dance. Any like hit dance sequence makes you too good. So even though it's a big take, it should be a big double because it's so volatile. And maybe you get the occasional pass here. I don't know. I wasn't in too much danger of passing. Okay, yeah, nice play here too. Honestly, I probably would have done this one. But yeah, your play definitely seemed like a strong candidate. Best when it works. It's a little hard to follow through, but not too bad. You got all aces. You have all eights and all nines that cover something. So yeah, pretty good. Give me 1 second. Just gonna shut my door. Yeah, Trish just came home. I just didn't want to bother her. Yeah, so good play here. I guess one thing against my play, like the fours are still like pretty good for me. Anyways, it works for a turn. Yeah, return hits this play. So 2-2. Oh, I see. So if I roll like you're saying if I roll like a 4 there, you can hit me back with aces. Oh, that's true. That's more. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You might be saying something else, but yeah, that is a factor there. Whereas like if you do like the other play and I roll a 4, your attack is just gone. Okay, yeah. So this I saw at the time. This type one is okay. So one thing is not a few factors here, right? These are tough plays. Don't get me wrong. But it's not if you make the big play. If you do this, try going for the closeout. If I roll a 5, it's not the end of the world for you. You can still continue the blitz a lot of the time. Because I only have a 3-point board. Obviously, if I have a stronger board, your play goes up in value. But I only have a 3-point board. Also, if you don't pick up the 2 is quite productive, right? 13. So you can play 13 to 8, 5 to 3, like I think you did, right? But if you don't play 5 to 3, the two is like quite productive. If the 2 didn't like do anything elsewhere, you might be more apt to play 5 to 3. But it probably here would still be right to leave it slotted. But that's just one factor. The other factor that I think people don't think about a lot, or give enough credence to, is your other checkers are pretty far away from home. You have to get those guys on the 18 home, and so because they're like still pretty far from home, it's a big swing whether you complete the closeout or not. Like we saw what happened with your plan. I eventually anchored, and then I'm going to cause you problems. Like if I just roll a 5 here that doesn't hit, say I roll like a 5-6 here, you have like pretty big problems because these guys still need to come around. If like these guys were like a lot closer to home, there'd be like a lot more argument for like picking up the blot. So that's how I would have gotten this correct. I would have thought about those. I would have thought about those like 3 factors. Yeah, 5-1. So let's see, 18 to 13, 8 to 7. Yeah, your play looks okay to me. You played 13 to 7. You get an extra builder for the 5. One problem with your play, sixes are kind of bad. Like, let's say you do your play, and then I roll like a 5-1 or something, and then you roll a 2-6. You can't really hit all that effectively, right? Because the 6s you hit, and then the 6 is sort of bad. You have to play like 8-2 or something in order to hit. So it might even be right just to give up the anchor. So you don't have as many like great attack numbers here as you think. And this is just very general like stickiness. Like you could roll 3-3. So let's see what the computer's play does. Yeah, computer's play kind of solves a lot of problems. And there's still, I guess you still have a bunch of numbers that hit loose on the 5 if I roll a 5-1. Like you have 8s working. So it's not such a given that the 6s aren't given that 2, 6, 3, 6 aren't great hit loose numbers for you after your play. There's not a ton of difference in like the attack potential. And obviously it's good to kind of get the backmen going now. Yeah. But I don't know. It's possible. Like if I thought about it deeply, I would have found the computer's play. But your play did look kind of natural at the time. Okay, yeah, the computer wants the better builders here. In case I dance. Your play is safe. But yeah, worse builders if I dance. It's fairly close, but the computer likes the builders, which makes sense. 18-15, 13-7, I see. So your play gives me, I guess I am pretty happy to hit with a 5-4. So it's 2 blots and 4 shots. And when I miss you, it's, if say I roll like a 5-2, it's pretty easy to clean this stuff up next roll. So that's sort of a nice benefit to your play. So what does the computer's play do? Yes, a little harder to clean up. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is your play. Yeah, no, this is the computer's play. Yes, 2 blots, 4 shots. But good when missed, regardless of whether I enter or not. I see. Your play is still 3 shots, I see. Because 5-5 hits, which I think I rolled. And it's harder to clean up an attack. You know, if I don't hit you next roll. I see. So I can sort of buy what the computer's selling here. Should win more gammons too. Yeah, actually, your play does better for the win. But yeah, the gammon's swinging apparently. All right, yeah, we're still kind of losing here, so no double. It's good to know the take point here, by the way. It's a good score to memorize because it comes up a lot. Take point is 26% by the new match equity tables. New meaning like last 10 years or 15 years. Like I memorized stuff like 20 plus years ago, so I think of like the XG table as the new tables. Yeah, 3-1. I think a little bit about hitting here, but it's too gammonish and doesn't. I mean, 13-10 is quite productive for the win. Yeah, I don't want to leave extra shots either. Best for the win is this apparently, but it gets gammon too much because of all the shots and blots. So I do something a little more conservative. Okay, can't hit you here. And then yeah, you just you gammon me. Oh yeah, I waste a few pips to make the 4 point here. So the computer does not like. Yeah, I would just what I do. Yeah, it can memorize. What a lot of people do is they memorize the 2 away and 1 away match equities, and then they use what's called Neal's numbers for the rest of the table. So it's like a first pass. That's a pretty good thing, especially for like the short 2 away and 1 away scores. Like knowing 2 away, 5 away gives you the exact take point for this without doing any math. Because the cube is after redouble take, redouble to 8 take, it's just the matches on the line. So you just need to know this one number. You don't need to do any math. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. I actually memorized. This is something new I did recently. You know, after 25 years of playing, I memorized the 3 away scores also. Because some of them are different than like Neal's numbers. Like 3 away, 4 away is 57%. Neil's numbers has it at 59%. So it's two different. So it might be good to do that. And once the 2 away and 1 away are much more important than 3 away. But it might be good to know the 3 away stuff too. But anyways, here I make an error. My play I assume wins more than the right play, but I'm wasting a couple, like I'm wasting 2 pips to slot the 4 points, right? Because I should be if I just want to like run off the gammon, I should be aiming to get everything on the 6 point, right? So I go 2 past the 6 points, and the computer says no, don't do that. The gammon is too valuable, and I'm too unlikely to hit. To waste that pips when the gammon is so close, when the gammon is just so up for grabs. PR. Yeah, for someone that doesn't like, for someone that hasn't been playing like a super long time, PR 10 is respectable. And he played quite a good match against me here, so definitely some potential there for sure. I mean, my 6 is a little questionable too, but I guess it likes the 6 if you just slot the 4 point. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, no, I didn't think about this. It's interesting to me that this is such a big error. Like I don't know. Usually I like to hang on to the anchor for a long time here, so I don't give my opponent like any like hit numbers with like a 1-1, for instance. I guess that's just no big deal here. Right, so the computer wants to do this. And it's not close. It's not close at all. Yeah. I did actually consider this whole thing, but I was thinking it just wasn't a big deal for the gammon save, and I didn't want to get hit with like 1-1. But maybe 1-1 isn't even that clear a hit here, when you can just bear off a bunch of guys. Yeah, that's probably the key to seeing this. Oh, also, I wasted a pip. And made the 4 points. That's a big part of the problem here. Yeah, I find these plays very tough. Apparently, I mean, I erred on 2 straight plays here. Should be somewhat routine. Yeah, in fact, if you're going to play, like, for instance, if you're going to play 14-9 with the 5, you don't again, for the same reasons as last turn, you don't waste a pip and play 5-4. You play 7-6, efficiently bearing into the 6 point at a time when you're sort of unlikely to hit. But yeah, best is just keep flexible. Don't build the points. Don't worry about getting hit with 1-1 here. Part of this is the 2 blots on the board. If you've played 2-1 for white, it'd probably be less. It'd probably be more averse to playing 20-15. Yeah, it's just hard for me to like navigate this stuff sometimes. Because you have like a small chance of hitting, and I mean maybe the key is seeing that you have a small chance of hitting and like a decent chance to save the gammon. So you go for the gammon save plays. Now here it's closer than I thought it would be at the score. So what is it for money? Is splitting right for money, and is it close? Like you play 6-4, and then I think you can split or bring a checker down. Yeah, it's fairly close, but the computer does like splitting for money. So it's closer than I thought, but yeah, the computer does like, due to the score, due to the fact that I can win a gammon and the opponent can't. He does like 13-7 here with the 6. Yeah, 8. Yeah, again, the score there's an argument for 8-4 because it loses. At least it loses more gammons. Computer thinks this actually wins the most gammons for some reason. Yeah, I should probably know that play. I mean, I'm sure it comes up a lot because a lot of people I play anyways. They do split with a 3-2. And then 1/18th of the time I roll 6-2, and I still don't really remember it. I did remember it was close though, so that helped me with the play. I think Matt always insists on bringing the check. I think Matt Rayclitus always insists on bringing the checker down. Because with 6-3, 5-4 split, 6-3, you are supposed to bring the checker down 13-7, 8-5, because the builders are kind of thin otherwise. Because you're stripping your 8-point when you hit 8-5. Yeah, we can put it up on the board. That might not be that close. 5-4, 6-3. Yeah, you're supposed to play 13-7, 8-5 according to the computer. Yeah, so it's not super close either. But I'm sure like gammon save or something. You do something else and maybe run all the way. I thought hitting's still okay. Yeah, I tried. Marty's really good at that stuff. I think maybe just I don't know if it's positional judgment or he just memorizes a lot of stuff. But one thing I showed him once that I was like proud of, but he already knew it. 6-4, 1-1. I was like so happy to show him the play with the 4-2 here. I was like, all right, so you're getting out primed like crazy. You have to give up your 8-point to make the 4 points. So weirdly, it's better to split here with the 2, play 13-9, 24-22, rather than make the nice 4-point. Because you have sort of this you have this good racing point. You rolled big. He rolled small and has a nice priming game. You don't have any priming game. So there's like a big premium of splitting, with the 2. So I showed this to Marty once. He's like, yeah, I didn't know you split here. I actually did get. I've done this play. I've done this play a few times in a real game though. Kind of happy to remember it. Yeah, I can buy it. Oh, he doesn't like my 3-2, really. Okay, anyways, so I make the good points. He misses me. Okay, yeah, good blitzing play. I'm thinking gammon here. But yeah, Andrew anchors 6-4, 6-3. Really? I don't like this play. Boy, the computer really likes keeping the guy back on the 24 here. I mean, this is pretty gross, right? Killing the builder like this. I mean, I can buy this. I like this play. This seems fine to me. Playing 6-3 instead of 6-4. But yeah, I thought this was good because, I don't know, I didn't think it was a big deal keeping the guy way back, and I do want to run this guy. And I know I don't love leaving a blot in my board, but apparently the computer wants to, stay back a little bit. Patrol white's inner board, make it a little harder for white to play. Not worried too much about escaping the guy when probably black can play somewhat efficiently. Oh, 6-1. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, I don't think I was paying attention to this play, but yeah, this is a tough one. Yeah, so that's the 3-2. So this isn't. I would not. So this position, at least, I would not consider ugly. But yeah, after this gets ugly, and I have license to do whatever I want, basically. And then your 6-1. I mean, your 6-1 is tough here. I don't know what to do here. I mean, hitting seems a little crazy at the score, where you can get gammons. But again, the gammon price actually isn't that high for me. It's just a little higher than money. So yeah, hitting and playing a nice ace to the 13-point is actually okay, even despite your blot in the board, or maybe even hitting and picking up the blot's okay too. But yeah, best apparently is just 13-6, leaving 1s and certain 8s that hit back, but keeping a clean front position. So let's see, what is your play too? Oh yeah, your play leaves a shot anyways, and and leaves leaves an uglier front position. Fewer shots than 13-6. I see what you're thinking. You want to keep your midpoint. Yeah, I guess the computer just doesn't care about that much apparently here. A little bit. Plays are all pretty close, so I don't know if you considered all the best plays, you're probably doing okay there. All right, 5-3. Given the disarray White's position is in, yes, it'd be okay to leave a shot here, I guess. Oh yeah, I did look at this. I think this type of play, I can put it up on the board. I mean, if he hits me, he's got to give up his good anchor to do it. Good flexibility. This is somewhat worse flexibility, but the play is close. Okay, so I'm up in the race, so I'm running. Yeah, you should play 6-4, 2-1 here. Put this checker on the 2-point to use, because that's the only place it goes. So even though the 3-point is sort of the best point you can make, yeah, you do want to put this dilly builder into use. And you get to slot your 4-point at the same time, so that's nice. Yeah, see now you're covering. You see, you cover with the 5, and then this checker is dead. Apparently, you roll something even worse. It's so bad. The computer wants to leave a shot in the outfield. So ugly. All right. 1-1 should be okay. 6-3, 2-1. Yeah, probably not a lot of players are doing the computer's top choice. They've given up the 6-point. But yeah, everything looks sort of fine here. This. Yeah, actually, your play looks. I see what you're thinking here with keeping the 13-point. Like, okay, so like next turn, you give up your 10 points. Like I play something, you give up your 10-point, and then you're putting a lot of pressure on my 16 points because you have this furthest back point here. So that looks like okay. Maybe the problem is like your board's just going to be bad a lot of the time when that type of stuff happens. Like I think what happened is kind of that. Like, okay, so you are putting a lot of pressure on my on this 16-point here, but I don't really care because your board is your board's in such disarray. So I don't mind leaving a shot here. You can't even really hit me without a ton of risk. Although actually, you can hit and cover here. Yeah, I see. So the score of this wouldn't be completely obvious to you either. Yeah, hitting wins a lot. Hitting wins a ton more, and it loses a ton more gammons, like a lot more gammons. So this is a situation where it would pay to know that the gammon price is only a little bit over 0.5 at the score, surprisingly for me. Like at a pure gammon save score, if it was 2 away, 1 away Crawford, as opposed to 4 away, 1 away Crawford, your play is correct. And it's not close at all. Hitting is a double whopper, a 1.5 whopper. The score we had, 4 away, 1 away Crawford, is definitely likes hitting because the gammon price is only 0.5 something as opposed to 1.0. Yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of players get this wrong. They think this is like a gammon go situation. But see, the gammon price is only 0.513 compared to like 0.5 for money. Whereas at 2 away, 1 away Crawford, the gammon price is 1.0. So yeah, so that swings the play in a huge way. Knowing those, I mean, you still might get it wrong because it still looks pretty scary to hit, but It certainly would help to know the gammon price there. Yep. Anyways, I come home nice and safe, although I do have a tricky 1-1, I guess. Alright, I guess I thought about this okay. Looks like I got it a little bit wrong. But yes, safest and best for the win. We'll put it up on the board. Is this play, right? The 6 blot numbers, but white enters most of the time, 55% of the time or whatever. So it's very little risk. But you're not winning many gammons here because I'm not getting any checkers off really. My play, where I switch to the 5-point, play 4 to 3, rip a checker off, hoping for some rare gammon, is apparently second best. Again, the 6 blot numbers on the dances say 6-1-5-1-4-1, but you're out of my hair less. Because if you roll a 4, you should stay on the 4-point. But so it's not quite worth the extra gammon. The extra risk is not quite worth the extra gammons. In fact, the computer, looking at the numbers, actually, the computer says the gammons are equal somehow. I guess because maybe this leaves a gap, and that's not great for the gammon. Best for the gammon. No, best for the gammon is hitting. Yeah, this just ripping 4 like this doesn't really win any gammons either. In fact, it wins fewer gammons than hitting does. But yeah, with the 4-3, maybe you're getting gammoned a tiny bit more by staying back because I get to hit you with certain aces, or I am hitting with certain aces. But yeah, you can win this if you stay back. 6-1-5-1-4-1. And you still have a decent 4-point board. So you hit me once, and then maybe you get to a close race. So yeah, you should stay back there. Yeah, surprisingly, the gammon percentage is the same there. But anyways, you save the gammon. Okay, it does like... I said you can kind of wait here, because white should kind of take everything at the score. But yeah, if I roll 5-5 and you dance or something, I guess it's a pass. Or maybe 6-6. 6-6 followed by a bad number. 1-1. Oh yeah, wants to anchor here, I guess due to the score. Now this score is pure gammon go. This is after double take, this is the same score as 2-away, 1-away Crawford. So the computer does want to anchor in some fashion here. So yeah, and you still get to make your 5-point if you anchor on the 23 anyways. Now normally your play I think would be okay. Like normally I think you do, unless you're like in huge attack, unless you're under like some big attack. Generally you do want to be split instead of making the 23 points. At least if the 8-point is still here. But here I got something resembling an attack, and obviously you're getting gammoned a little more if you don't anchor. Actually, that's not even true though. Yeah, no, maybe I don't really understand why, but computer says this gets gammoned more. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong number. This yeah, no, this gets gammoned less, of course. Yeah, no, I was looking at my gammon percentage. Yeah, this definitely gets gammoned more. I was confused there for a second. And so again, gammons are huge at the score. I do try this attack. Yeah, Brad's right that you got to hit with the 4 here. Get punished for the right play with the 2-2. Getting crushed. Yeah, I don't have a great handle on this, but I don't know. Even when I play 13-7, you're making the 7-point if you can. So I don't know if I lose out that much from your point making numbers here. Might even be good to be split back there. Yeah, 13-9 apparently is probably better than my play of 18. Yeah, certainly if you roll like a 2-1, I kind of want to be at the edge of the prime. Yeah, everything's pretty close here. You find a 0-shot play if I remember right. This is okay. Computer doesn't mind leaving two shots, which are likely going to survive for better 3-point building power. Yes. Yeah, losing a way that doesn't lose sleep too, right? Yeah, so you say 23 acres are the least valuable, I thought, but it is an acre. Yep, it is an acre. It does protect you from being gammoned. It does protect you from being attacked in general. Which is just, like I said, especially important at the score. Yeah, your 1-1 play is cute here. Like after I play 13 to 8, 13 to 10. Yeah, shifting to the 3-point, pushing the gap up. So if that gap never gets closed, you're in a safer position than if the gap is down low. So that was a cute play with the 1-1 you made. I think the computer is going to like it. Although I guess everything is pretty close. Oh, 7 to 3 is second best, really. Yeah, I don't think a lot of players are doing that at the score. Yeah, at on appeal, boy, the computer actually plays 7 to 3, giving me 2s to hit against this with this decent board. I mean, obviously you do want to fill in the 3-point. I know I wouldn't have done this though. I don't know if a lot of players are doing this. Maybe the key is seeing that it's just not, you still survive the hits. And so if you do something like this or your play, your chance of being hit next turn is less. It's like 0 after your play. But down the line, after my board is together, you're going to get hit more. Especially if the point stays open, say. But yeah, that's pretty hard to evaluate. And I probably would have done your play. Or maybe 9 to 5. Yeah, apparently Hero wants to stop. I mean, one benefit is I get a shot on 6-4. If I do my play, I don't get a direct shot on 6-4. I saw this play. I was a little worried about being pointed on and then being sent back here and then crunching my board. So this sort of forestalls crunching because I know I got all these checkers to play with in the outfield. I could still crunch here though. I guess the computer's play both gets a shot on 6-4 and it makes the 5-point board at the same time. So I can kind of buy it. I did certainly consider it. But anyways, I crunch horribly anyways, which might have not happened if I like split and then you pointed on me and then I danced for a while. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's bad for the timing if I enter right away, but it might be good for the timing if I dance the right number of times. Yeah, 4-1. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, my 5s are killed, so continuing to block 5s with 5 to 1 is maybe not super important. Although you would like to block a 5-4, for instance. But yeah, like what I'm saying is, say is this position instead. I think you do rip there because the fives now are quite destructive. Like if I roll like a 5-2 or even 5-1, I got to play 6 to 1 if you keep the block, whereas I get to run the other way. On the other hand, the other way I get to run and then you get to attack me. So I don't know, but I'd probably keep the prime here. It's still very close. Like yeah, you can do this, and my 5s aren't that good actually, because I'm opening myself up to being attacked. This is all messed up. I guess this was what I was looking at. Like you do your type of play here. I know this isn't the match position. And then I roll 5-1. Is it even right to run? I mean, I guess I would, but I don't know. No, it's right on the border. It's very close. So you break the prime. I got some hope here because I get to keep a 4-point board, but then yeah, then you roll well, and then, yeah, I got nothing. I win 0.5% here, apparently. A lot of my wins come from you could roll an ace and then leave 2 blots, and I could hit you twice with 1-1. That's where like a lot of the wins come from, I guess. Yeah. All right, well, that was a good match. Yeah, nicely played. You've definitely found some nice plays here, including stuff like I probably wouldn't have found. Like I might have been tempted to take this, for instance. But yeah, you made a good pass here. All right, well, I'm going to sign off. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's good playing with you, and good chatting with everybody. Good comments, and I will see you next time.